Hey guys, welcome to another video from Homesteading Off the Grid, and I'm starting this by sharing with you one of the most beautiful views I've ever seen in my life. This is a view of our homestead from the uppermost corner of our property. Almost, we own into the woods a little ways behind me, but I'm at the uppermost wood line, and basically you can see our entire 6 acres from here. Down there's our apple orchard, our campground. We're letting this upper field go fallow. Down there's the house, and then down there's our lower fields. But it's about 6:30 in the morning right now, in mid-April. The sun is just starting to come up over the hill over there. And even though it's Sunday, I have to go into my assistant courier job today because we're delivering some stuff on Sunday. Now, that sounds miserable when I've got a view like this, and inside that old farmhouse that's 115 years old, I have the most beautiful wife in the world, and I have the most beautiful, healthiest, happiest little boy in the world. I've got to be away from him today. I don't like that. It's something that I want to be temporary, not permanent. So that's why I'm out here this morning, and this is kind of why I wanted to kind of record what I'm doing this morning and share a message with you. And that is, you've probably heard it said, you don't drown by falling in water. You drown because you stay there. You might not be entirely happy about a situation in your life. Maybe it's your job. And I don't dislike my job, and I'm thankful to have my job. I was in the war in Iraq. I came home in 2009, spent a little bit of time in an Army hospital, got out in 2010. And when I got out, there were no jobs. I couldn't find a job. I was at a very low point in my life. And so today, I'm thankful to have a job that has so much work for me to do that I get to go in on Sundays and do it. Even though I'd rather be with my family on my beautiful homestead, I'm thankful to have the opportunity to be able to meet my needs and meet my family's needs and keep the homestead, because we do have a mortgage on it for now, because of the opportunity that's out there. So I'm not griping because I have to work. I've always been thankful to work. Now, I'm not currently doing the kind of work I enjoy doing. For the last half a dozen years, I've been writing exclusively, supporting ourselves through my writing, but things have changed over the last couple of years. So we're up here, we're down here. But what I've found is that if I just do one thing daily to move myself forward, I won't be down here as long, and I'll be back up here sooner. So I got up at about 5 o'clock this morning. I usually get up between 5 and 6. So I got up at 5 o'clock, and I was thinking about going into work. I thought, man, it's going to be beautiful today. I really would rather not go into work. But then I've kind of trained myself with the way I've thought for many years now. I've said to myself, okay, what can you do today? What is one thing you can do before you go to work so that you can ensure that your situation is temporary and not permanent? And as you've heard in our videos before, if you've seen on our Facebook page, if Mark Zuckerberg et al. Has let you see the post, and it's one of the reasons we're on YouTube so heavily now, because we don't have to pay to play. You can see our YouTube videos without us paying to promote them, unlike Facebook, which has changed, and this is part of the reason I'm a part-time courier now, or an assistant courier. I say part-time, it's 60 hours a week, but an assistant. But anyway, the point is this. I said to myself, okay, you've got a tree farm, and you know this if you've been following our channel and our page. Go out this morning, on this beautiful morning, see this beautiful view, and I'm going to show it to you again as I speak. Check out this beautiful view of your beautiful property. Be out here with nature, listen to the birds. Hear the birds? Over there is one of our neighbors. We don't have many, and here in about 6 weeks you won't be able to see their house once those leaves come on. But we like them, so we don't. It's no big deal. Great people. But I said, go out, find one sapling or seedling to contribute to your tree farm. As you know, we're doing some tree farming out here too, and dig it up. So, dig it up and pot it. Here it is. Okay, and it's about as tall as me, so this sucker's almost 6 feet tall. It's got little buds. This is a tulip poplar, and you can see I dug it up, I potted it, and I had a giant nightcrawler here a second ago. I guess he got away. I was going to show you just because it was so long it took up the length of the whole pot, and this is a 3-gallon pot. So Anyway, and there's Cleopatra. Hello, Cleopatra. She knocked over the log I was going to use as my tripod for this video, but I'm not now. But anyway, this is one thing I did for myself today to ensure that my current situation is temporary, not permanent. And I encourage you to think of your situation. Don't, if you don't like your job, you're not happy about something going on in your life, say to yourself, what can I do today? What is one small thing I can do today to make sure this is temporary and not permanent? And then go do it. You're saying, oh, that tree, you're not going to be able to sell that for 2 or 3 years. Well, we're not going to be able to sell any of our trees for 2 or 3 years. But what if we would have done this 2 or 3 years ago? Where would we be today? And I'm always talking about that. One thing about the future, I'm going to be 45 this year, and what I've seen in 45 years is that tomorrow does come. Sure, I might die tomorrow, and if I do, I'll be dead, and none of this will matter. But if I'm alive, you better believe it's going to matter. I found this while I was digging up this tree, and I just thought, this whole concept, it's going to be 2 or 3 years before that tree is even marketable. You might look at this and see a pine cone. I see an entire forest. And this is how we've got to train ourselves to think. So that's your challenge for today. Think of one thing you can do to get yourself closer to where you want to be and further away from where you are now, a place where you might not want to be. Go out there and do it. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your family. Life was meant to be enjoyed, not spent as a slave or an indentured servant, working just to make enough money to pay your bills so you can keep what you have but never have the time to enjoy it. It's about quality of life, not the quantity of things in your life. And with that said, here's one last